Thank you for staying with us. You're welcome back to the AM Weekend Show. Right now, we're going to be delving into the world of social media to find out all that is hot, trendy, and spicy on the internet. And joining us is our co-host at this point.
Yeah.
Our co-host, Ijeoma Luke, is right here with us. Welcome to the show.
See, I'm sorry for Aquara Square. I couldn't hear you guys, but because of the people, I was working out. And that one was giving like strenuous exercise because so that it was on TV. So it was crazy. It was so crazy.
It was beautiful.
I was sweating. Like, guys,
You're working out. I was talking about it. I don't know how you get your energy.
It was too
every
much.
morning.
Trust me. That
so now you're seeing what I and Ogochukwu are going through.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Ijeoma
some days are like that.
Yeah, some days are like
with
that.
Ijeoma right here is Eliezer Ajah, the Managing Director of Genesys Foundation. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Divine. Thank you, guys.
How are you doing?
I am gorgeous. Thank you.
Okay, he said it's gorgeous. Wow.
Yeah, he
Chakam, let's get that. Chakam.
Gorgeous. I wanted to say
gorgeous
something, but I'll
man.
just leave it for later.
Yeah.
Leave it for later.
Okay, so the segment we had before this, we were talking about gentle parenting and hard parenting. So I'd just like to know, gentle parenting versus hard parenting.
Gentle.
I was expecting that. Please, Eliezer.
What do you mean by you expecting that? What do you mean by that?
Judging by what you said last week, I mean, she was so passionate about the whole child abuse thing.
Yeah.
If you don't give a child what they want to eat, then
Eliezer, don't do that. Eliezer, don't do that.
In a very nice way.
Okay, so what about you?
Gentle. There's like I had an epiphany about this yesterday, briefly. Well, I was with my friends in my kitchen, and one of them mistakenly dropped the plates, and they fell down and they broke. And we all just made jokes about it. They destroyed it and packed it and dropped it. I just thought that if this was like somebody's kid, they'll probably start screaming, "Why would you break everything? Why would you do that?" I just made me feel that if we can have that sort of grace with our peers that should know better, it means that there's
We
a
can
case to
actually
be made
do with
about
our
having that
kids.
more than this. So I feel gentle parenting as a style that you now tell them there are consequences, not about beating them. Like consequences that I have to go to Spar and buy a new plate. I'm going to spend money. You understand?
I
Like,
may not even buy right now because I don't have money.
and then well, I don't want to
eat from the pot.
No, never.
in the future.
Hand
But
to
yeah,
mouth.
you get. But my point is that when they understand the consequences of things,
Surrounding
they
it.
are able to appreciate it better. So gentle parenting is not that they are breaking it to you like Junior now. You understand? Gentle parenting is
I
also
understand.
Like, you're not just yelling at them. You're achieving consensus with them.
Yeah.
So in that case, that's why I would choose gentle parenting.
No need to ask you now.
Oh, you want to start?
No, a balance of two, but maybe a little bit higher from.
I know it is 70-30. Hers is
No,
hard.
60
balance.
No, it's not balanced.
It's more than
It's not
70.
balanced.
No, I know
I'm
you.
60-40.
That's still not balanced.
I will learn as I
still
still
not
progress.
balanced. But I think the reason why you're like that is because of where you're coming from.
I'm not coming from
We
anywhere.
are all
The
coming
hand.
from. Okay, maybe not
The
you. I'm
hand,
not sure.
yeah, the hand that probably, the
After the
lifestyle.
show, no, after the show, I was actually telling Divine that my mom practiced gentle parenting without even realizing what she was
really?
doing. I can't remember my mom shouting at me, or maybe no, she did not do
really?
the communicating.
So I
sit
don't know
down.
where you
Why you
got
did
this
this?
from.
Why
Where
you
did you get
It's
this from? Just
important.
pick one.
you people?
Ah.
All right. So don't dwell on this. Let's just take a look at some of the funny comments we got from that Reina's video. Let's have the first comment, please. Okay, here's the first from Vinny. He says, "My mother would have offered me as a living sacrifice."
Straight up.
Wow.
The next, please. "I showed my mom. She said it's AI." "Can you parent me and my kids plus my husband?"
Oh my.
A lot of work.
Fascinated.
"If not my mama, that deep breath go be my last breath." Oh my God. Okay, now this is from perfume vendor in Lagos. "My mama go don't beat me, join my feelings." You mean there's another way different from if I hear pain, close that mouth? This woman can train a goat. I believe so too. Gentle parenting is for gentle kids. Some of us are raising gangsters.
And I think
Wow.
that's
There's a
something
case
true.
to me.
And finally, this video just reminded me how deeply unprepared I am for motherhood. Like, what in the name of divine patience is this?
Exactly.
Honestly, kudos to that woman. I don't
honestly
know.
speaking.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Watching that video, I was just watching that video, I was just paying
I'm a work
attention
in
to her
progress.
level of patience because it's not me.
According to what Eliezer said, making kids understand the consequences. is very, very important. You know, children can be very mysterious sometimes, you know, but they need that communication. If you're able to communicate with your kid properly, they will learn.
But
and they will
look at
get
the
it
reality.
right.
You have your emotions already at that particular time that they mess up. So it takes a lot from you to, you know, hold yourself back to now try to communicate.
I do that with my dogs. I know I can't compare dogs to children.
Yeah. Okay, you started. So now it's still in line with parenting and having children. We have another story on social media trends today. And this is from IB or EB. This is IB. And she said, as someone who's chosen to not have biological kids, there is no pro-child argument I have not heard. You will be lonely in your old age. Okay, what is it to you? You that you are in the US and your parents are alone in Nigeria. Your bloodline will end. I want vampire. I can't read that French language. And also, she said, no one will carry your legacy and name. I will be dead. How am I supposed to care or know about it? I will no longer exist. And another one is the most foolish I've heard is, what if your parents did not give birth to you? My siblings in Christ, I wouldn't have been born. Meaning again, I wouldn't know or care. So there's this trend I've been seeing on social media lately where parents, you know, this generation, or let me say, older millennials or younger millennials who say that they don't want to have kids, they don't really want to get married, they don't want to have kids. I've also seen people that want to just have one child. So what's your take on that? Do you think it's right?
Yeah, I read somewhere that whichever divine you fall on, you would see the benefits. Like if you're pro-childless, pro-one kid, pro-maximize your income and be that, you might have the blast of your life. And then if you deliberately say, I want a kid, you would also feel, what would I have done without this? So I feel it's deeply polarizing because it's still choice. At the end of the day, you're saying
what
progeny.
you choose.
At the end of the day, is what you're choosing. You're saying progeny. At every point, unless you become a president or something, in like 100 years' time, the last person will remember your name. Like somebody will forget that there was an Amagochukwu that ever existed. So that children, the child that you got, they're all that he amounted to nothing.
They take kind of like take the baton and run.
I mean, go on.
Well, for me, I don't want to have too many kids. 1 or 2 is good. And that's my preference. That's what I want. My family were just like to me and my younger brother. But I don't think that's what is influencing my decision though, but it's just what I want. And there is one thing I always tell God whenever I pray. If I don't have enough money to give that child a good life, please don't give me. Please don't give me. I don't want to bring anybody to this earth that will come and start suffering. Because trust me, sorry I'm referring back to this, but what I saw volunteering for United Nations last 3 weeks, when I was on the field for United Nations, I was literally crying. You know, I said something about the father forcing the kid to eat rice of 2 weeks ago. Having 7 children in just one small pam house. I wouldn't do that, because why would you bring kids to earth? Why would you give it to kids that you cannot take care of? I mean, we if you follow this guy, this videographer on TikTok or Instagram, Eliezer Ajah is a Benin guy. There was something he captured. One boy was graduating from nursery school to like primary school. The mother hired him to do a videography for him, like just him alone. He did the waking up, dressing up, all those beautiful things. And funny enough, he was the only one that had a personal videographer. That is beautiful. I saw people saying that, when my dad did not do anything, no, even when I graduated from secondary school, what did they even do? You know, those things are like trauma. I like to call it trauma response, because you want to be celebrated. So please, if you cannot give birth, look around your budget. If you can't give your child the life that they deserve, right? Don't give birth. I mean, I think the boy wants to like have 10 children.
Let me hear from you. What do you think about this thing of, you know, I don't want to have kids, I want to have just one, I don't want to marry, stuff like that?
I don't really have a problem with people who don't want to have kids at all. I don't have a problem with them. I mean, different strokes for different folks. I have, personally now, I want to have kids. I want to have kids entirely. Now, talking about what Ijeoma was saying, that, you know, the prayer you say you usually make, that if you cannot take care of them, then God shouldn't give you. I think my own approach to that would be, I want kids, so Lord,
Give me
I'm
enough
gonna
to
have
take care
kids,
of
so you're
them.
gonna give me
Yeah.
money to take care of them.
That's it.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'm not against people who don't have money to take care of them.
Yeah.
At all. I mean, life just places people at different situations at different
yeah,
times.
different
I have a problem with people whose reasons are not, I don't know, because I see that some people, it seems like they're following the trends. They're just
Yes.
following
You
trends.
don't have any
Oh, I don't want to do
different
this.
Yes.
Oh, I don't
God
want to
said
do
we should
that.
multiply.
I
Let's
mean,
keep having kids.
that's part of the reason
Yeah.
Ife was recently dragged. She came out and she said that she wouldn't want to have natural birth. Like she wasn't going to birth her children naturally. She would go through a surrogacy. Mom. I don't know what her reasons are. Maybe by the time I listen to her reasons,
She never gave
it might
any
be valid.
reason.
But some people, a lot of he met people wrongly. He came off as very wrong to a lot of people, especially people who really want to have kids naturally. And then they're saying, are you taking our plight for a joke? Do you just think it's something anybody could just wake up and do? So my problem is I don't know what guides people and their decisions.
Yeah.
If I can hear from you and you say that this and this is your reason, and it makes sense, okay, fine, great. But I have a problem with people just doing it because it's part of the trend.
Maybe that's the whole thing. I don't have a problem with somebody.
How many
that doesn't
kids do you
want
also have, Ogo?
My own problem is don't have one. I'm speaking from experience. If you know you don't want to have kids, please don't have kids. If you're going to have, don't have just one.
I think I understand
Until I understand her logic.
I think I understand what God is saying.
This is my first time saying it on air. I don't like saying it, but I am an only child.
Oh, now that's a personal thing.
The personal thing.
It is better. I mean, the past generation is basically about just fate having its course. It's not like a personal decision from any parents back then want to have one kid. I'm saying if you know you're not going to have at least two, leave pregnancy
alone. I understand.
Now let's leave. Let's go straight.
You're not willing to tell us why. Stop. So that the child will not be lonely or what?
Yes.
People need to understand.
Okay, now let me
need to make people understand.
In as much as I grew up with cousins to a large extent. They come, they go. In as much as you have siblings, you have cousins, you have nephews come around. There is difference that you don't have a sibling, and that vacuum cannot be filled by a parent, cannot be filled by a friend or whoever. You need a sibling to do life. Your parents can never do it.
Give me your hands, girl.
That's for the child's sake.
I feel you. So this explains why you're like, you have to be strict. Yeah.
It's just
part of it.
Yeah.
To an extent. I can laugh, I can but to an extent. Really so now let's go down to the comments. This is from Genius Doctor. He said, I had a patient who had the same convictions. Unfortunately, she has PCOS and she suddenly found out she was 5 months pregnant. Her plan was to give birth to the child and give it up for adoption as she does not want children. She just called me one morning to say, Doctor, I'm keeping this child. I've changed my mind. When we spoke, I realized it was childhood trauma that made her take the former decision. But when she felt what her mother went through having child, her mind changed. The next comment says, as she grows older, she will get it. One thing I've learned with age is that every life stage has its own special vibe. If you've ever looked back and laughed at your past choices, you will totally get what I'm saying now. Wow. The next comment from Adai Kinga says, and it's mostly from men and very unhappy women. Those people don't want to use their ear and hear that a woman consciously doesn't want to join the rat race to motherhood. Wow. Another one says, my problem is wanting your siblings to send their children at old age. So if you want to remain on your own, don't ask for anybody's help. I've been saying this. It's not a must to get married or to have kids. You can live a peaceful life without any of this. And also, I think the last two comments, this one says, I really don't understand the shaming of people with life choices that neither offends God or man. If people choose to be unmarried or childless, why shame or try to convince them otherwise? There is no phase of life that is without its own ups and downs. So why making it seem like there are missing a particular necessity? And the final comment, this conversation will be sweeter with a punch of any of our local snacks, dodo, pili, and the rest. Yes.
Okay, I think that sums it up.
Yeah.
So y'all feel free to make your life's choices, but just ensure that it is not affecting anybody individually.
That's very, very important.
And have a good
especially
reason.
the child.
Yeah. Have a good reason.
Well, the reason side, I just feel that, it's not our business like that. Whatever somebody decides they want to do, it doesn't
it's
offend
the person's
God.
business.
It doesn't offend man. It's entirely like they don't even need to explain to me. This is why I don't want to have kids. If it's not, you're not bringing somebody. You're not going to stress anybody.
Yeah.
You're not looking for any trouble.
No, the thing is, by the time it
You're not
comes
going to
on
ask for
social
your
media,
sibling
the
to
moment
give you
we
child,
see it, we will condemn it if it's not good.
Yeah,
That's just the
that's
thing.
why it's social
So you
media.
can keep it
Because
to yourself.
when you bring out an opinion,
Like, just
everybody
hold it.
Hold the thing.
Yeah,
Sometimes
just hold
it's
it
like, this is
in.
alright. You don't go outside. You're like,
All right, moving on. I think we have another interesting one. This is from our brother.
One and
Solomon
only.
Buchi. He seems to be a customer on this particular show, on this segment on social media trends. So recently we saw a video. He came out and he was advising young ladies. He said, if you do not like a man, don't take his gifts. If you don't like a man, don't collect his gifts. If you don't like a man, don't like his gifts. We have that video. Let's just play it for a bit.
This one is for women. If a man is pursuing you and you don't like him and you don't want anything to do with him and he's expressed his interest, but you keep accepting his gift, you're not well raised. You're not well trained. That's my opinion. I grew up in a household where my dad continually told my sisters, if you don't like a man, don't take his gifts. Don't take his gifts. If you don't like a man, don't take his money. If he gives you stuff, tell him you don't want. You have to be contented because whether we like it or not, gifts implicate us. That's why it's illegal for people in certain professions to receive gifts because gifts always implicate directly or indirectly. If you don't like a guy, also don't like his money, also don't like his gifts, also don't like the clothes. If you've decided to reject him, reject everything that comes with him. It is hypocrisy to say you don't like a guy, but you keep on taking all of his gifts. And while I understand that men should not woo women with gifts, but the acceptance of certain kinds of gifts indicate that you have accepted their proposal. We're adults, we're not children. Stop deceiving yourself. If you don't like a guy, don't take his gifts, especially when the gifts are extremely, extremely expensive. A guy that you don't like is giving you an iPhone and you're collecting. You don't even have self-respect. There is even a way a guy whose gift you're rejecting will see you. He will see you as a well-brought-up woman, as a reasonable woman. He will respect you so much. But you see, when you're always taking all of his gifts, even if you keep on saying no, in his head he's just like, this one is another hungry slave queen, another hungry baddie. A man can value you just because of the way you carry yourself, the way you say no. No, I don't want an extra meal. No, I don't want extra. No, I don't want your gift. No, I don't want the phone. And he can visibly see that you have a phone that's not good. Stop being a materialistic person. If you don't like the guy, let go of his materials. If you reject him, reject everything that comes with him.
That is motivation. And I see a lot of you nodding your heads. So I'll begin with the lady, please.
No, I think
Do you agree?
I think we should start with Eliezer. Let's
No,
Let's go like this.
This is
Let's
your
go
cue.
like
I'm not
this.
judging
We are
or
going this
anything.
way.
Quickly, we don't have time.
Well, we need to round up.
Accepting his gifts, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But I feel if he's persistent, because I think he has a point, right? The Bible says the way to a man's heart is something about gifts. That's something the Bible said about gifts.
The gift,
right?
your gift make
Its way for you, yeah. And it's the truth in a way,
I like
because
this interpretation.
when you
It's a new one.
accept the gift from someone that is trying to pursue you, it makes the person feel like, okay,
There is
I might
a chance.
have some sort
There
of,
is a chance.
yeah. But if you keep telling the person, no, I don't want you, and you're still accepting the gift from them, they feel like, okay, maybe she's a little bit
He's doing shakara.
Yeah, so I think he has a point with that.
Okay. Oh, strong angle.
Eliezer.
I'm just
please.
so sad that it's this guy that's saying it.
Yeah, the person, the
When
messenger.
The worst person you know is making a point.
Yeah.
So, but and I just believe that, and back to the Bible. Bible says, I do Pastor Divine, your feeling is
Amen.
The Bible actually says, flee from all appearance of iniquity. It not just say iniquity. So if it looks like it, if it smells like it, you're not even supposed to bring it near
Run
to you.
away.
So if somebody is gifting you something, you have no intentions to be with them. You do not even like them at all. What message are you conveying?
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
So is it now, does the person now feel, okay, there's a chance? If you're in a relationship with somebody, for instance, and you're giving out your numbers and you're taking calls, for instance, and you don't like them, and for them, that's just all. So what message are you conveying to them? So for me, it's about the appearance, less about even the act. You understand? Because things have to be very direct. And you say, oh, men, they have the money. You know, men, they have a shaming king. I don't know. Because they will keep on doing and doing and doing and giving and giving. At the end of the day, for whatever makes sense. My point is that if you encourage these things, there's something there. And if there's nothing there, just shut it down. And that's why that self-esteem thing, even though it sounded extreme, it's like, it's not Babia. That's self-esteem. So you need this thing more than this. So that's for me why.
Exactly, we're in the same line. Just like you said, if you respect yourself enough, you're not going to be saying a different thing and doing a different thing. If you're saying you don't want this person, reject everything that comes from that person, and it gives you peace. You live peacefully.
I'd love to say that I agree with you.
But what if I agree with stop the
I don't want it from him.
That's the self-esteem.
I want it, but I don't want it from him.
Sorry, we're running out of time.
Now he closed my eyes.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay, so I agree with Ijeoma, I agree with Eliezer, I agree with Ogochukwu. Why did you think I was going to say
there is a but?
So here's the thing. Personally, I strongly believe that first off, this message, I think that he should invest more into talking to the guys to understand something, because this is going to sound very weird, but the way I grew up, my mindset growing up was quite different from what I'm seeing today. I believe that somebody can like you and just like you. Doesn't mean anything. So if you're giving me gifts with my mindset, and me too, I give gifts like that. I can just see you and I'm led to give you gifts.
And I give you a gift. Oh, you don't like
I don't like you.
Oh, so that's what happens. I feel you can have a genuine affection for someone without necessarily wanting a lot, you know, something that they can
be obvious.
Then, I'm telling you that sometimes it is not very obvious. Sometimes, I'm saying sometimes.
Okay.
So, and then the second thing now is that if I'm giving a gift, I'm not giving a gift because I want something in return. That's why I said Solomon Buchi now should tell the guys that if you are trying to woo a lady and they're saying no, don't use your gift. Gifting is not the route. Are you trying to bribe? Are you trying to buy? Are you trying to buy affection? So I think that more energy should be put into talking to the guys so that they will not be and then expecting, because we've seen cases where they'll train a child, they'll train a girl all through. And at the end of the day, it looks like your intention was not even pure.
Actually, that training is a different game, because you accepted this guy
to be trained,
and you accepted that the person should train you to a large extent. I have a different opinion about that, but I don't want to say it online. So what I want to say is, in this, I think what he said is contextual. He's saying it in a context of if you're wooing, if somebody is wooing you, please say no. But there are places where if you like me and you're giving me gifts, you not say anything. And for me personally, being my own personal style, if I notice that, because I think it's very obvious when someone needs something different, but they don't know how to say it. So if I know that I don't want it exactly, I'm going to shut anything that traces to that. And that includes spending so much time and even taking anything from you, because I know that you're expressing something in as much as you've not said it out, but there's an expression I'm noticing. I don't want it. I don't want to nurture it, so I end it.
That's when it's clear enough.
When it's clear enough. But when we are genuinely maybe colleagues,
so sometimes I mean some guys are just very.
Oh yeah, help my overthinking and be open. Let me know where I'm going to. You understand?
Oga said exactly all that.
Okay, that's what you wanted to say. Oh, that's beautiful. So I think we've looked at it from a very balanced perspective. Over to you, Ijeoma.
Oh, okay.
Ijeoma, we don't have time.
Okay,
in a few seconds.
I'll be giving one weekend activity for you to try out this weekend. You can try hiking. You know, hiking, the picture should be up now. You can try hiking this weekend. It's beautiful. You could do it with yourself or your friends, or if you like have a group from your gym or wherever. Go hiking, have fun, let the blood in your body circulate. It's not the way I was sweating at Okpara Square. My blood was really, really circulating. So, but the thing with hiking is that you get to see the beauty of wherever you stay, the beauty of your state, the beauty of your environment. So please try hiking this weekend, and next weekend, same time, I'll be giving you another weekend activity to try out.
Thank you so much for that weekend activity. We're going to try hiking. I and Ogochukwu. Oh, 4 of us will go.
Are you sure? Divine. You're not part of it. Divine.
We are doing. Don't lie.
We are modeling to them.
We are modeling to them. We are going to try it.
Will you try what day?
We
after the
show. You're so prepared. You're so prepared.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Eliezer. Thank you so much, Ijeoma. And And thank you, beautiful viewer out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us throughout this broadcast. We'll be here next Saturday giving you all that is happening from around the southeastern part of Nigeria here on AFIA TV, DSTV 254, GoTV 17, and Free TV 748. My name is Divine Onoha.
And my name is Ogochukwu Osai.
And my name is Luke Ijeoma. Catch you next time.
No, and my name is Eliezer Ajah.
Go, thank you.
Oh, God.
No. Catch you next week. Next week.